Hey guys, I'm Tim Langston and welcome to another coffee chat. Today I thought I'd show you a new product that I've purchased. Recently went through a wilderness first aid class and was introduced to this product again. I used it a long time ago, never really found one for personal use. It was just something that I used in the class. I liked it, but this time when I went through the class, on the way home we stopped by a gun and prepper show, and one of the vendors there had these. This is the SWAT stretch, wrap, and tuck tourniquet. It's a wide piece of rubber. It's this wide. If you can tell by my hand, I would say it's 5 inches from top to bottom, and it's a thin piece of elastic like rubber that can stretch, and there's writing written on this thing, so as you stretch it tight enough you can read the writing, and you just wrap it around a limb above the injured area and use it as a tourniquet or a pressure bandage. Now I use a different type of tourniquet, or I have for years, and it's in my everyday carry bag, and it's in my bag that I carry out when I'm practicing my survival and bushcraft. I don't carry a large first aid kit. Most of my first aid kit is my knowledge and how I can use other items within my kit. But I think a tourniquet it's worth the weight, and it's worth the bulk to carry one, because when you need a tourniquet, you need one right then. The speed of application of getting that thing on and then properly managing that wound. The whole theory on wound management and tourniquets has completely changed in the last few years. If you're one of those who's used to the mentality that a tourniquet is for a last-ditch effort and that you're going to lose that limb if you apply a tourniquet, and all of that type of knowledge that was pushed out to us for years, I encourage you to do the latest research on tourniquets and the recommendations from the medical society now that is doing a lot of their decisions and recommendations for treatment based on actual statistics that are coming back from both the battlefield and our homeland environment. When we start talking about active shooters and hunting accidents and wartime events, accurate record keeping and follow-up with patients involving tourniquets it's definitely changed our minds that tourniquets are a very viable option in many circumstances. So if you haven't done that, I encourage you to do that. The reason I switched to the SWAT T is because it's one of the only tourniquets that we have found that also works on canines. So if you have an animal that travels with you in the bush, and there's a chance that we could have a penetrating or a large gash or a wound on that animal, which there is. I mean, it's the same chances that we take when we're out there. This tourniquet is one of the few options that you have of being able to get that on that animal. And some of the police canine officers, this is what they carry, which is a little different than what some of the other police agencies carry, and that was the reasoning behind that. And they were demonstrating and showing exactly how that worked. So if you haven't checked that out, go online, take a look at it. Once again, it is the SWAT tourniquet. I hope that I do not have the experience where I have to come back and tell you how this particular product worked outside of the training that I did. In training, it worked great, no problems whatsoever. And that's the reason I thought I would share it with you today. But if you haven't checked into a good tourniquet option for your first aid kit to travel out into the bush or to keep in your automobile, if you're not going to carry a whole lot of gear, that may be one piece that you want to have as something that's designed specifically for a tourniquet. So thanks for joining me once again. I'm Tim Langston with Red Dog Bushcraft, home of global safety and survival. Until next time, God bless.